Hiya fam, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We're back with another reaction. It's more Vikings. Which one?
It's a season 3, episode 2, The Wanderer.
Previously, we saw Ragnar and company not only attack the Mercians, but we also saw land get claimed.
Lagertha is on her way to establish a settlement in England.
All right, let's see how everything happens now that all these things have just taken place.
Yes.
Skull fam.
Y'all just gonna stare at that, and are you gonna do something?
I'm not sure what you can do right now.
March away. Prepare defenses.
Yeah, they're not gonna, because they're not gonna just stay there. They're coming for you.
Not eating, not hungry for the first time in your life. Here, these will help.
You can find the same mushrooms there.
How convenient.
All right.
I'm so happy that my uncle is dead. I want his head.
Zeg wij hoe wij eens kunnen soms. Je moet niet fire.
Oh my god.
Ik get er in jij
Jeez.
I'll just go get that for you real quick.
Y'all just had it nearby, ready to go.
Why do you hate your uncle so much?
You think that my older brother was the only member of my family who raped me when I was a child?
Jesus.
What the hell?
They all wanted the pleasure of sleeping with a child. And the last was my brother, who shared me with my uncle.
Good God.
You had a messed up family. Well, then he certainly has this coming.
Yes. That's a pretty realistic looking head there, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Letting loose a little stress, that's all.
She's nuts, though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You jumped into battle, you did not stay by my side. Don't do that, Dolan. You have much to learn.
Do you not believe in fate?
You don't know what your fate is, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
Marry me.
What?
I asked you to marry me. What is your answer?
Yes,
Oh.
I will marry you, Björn.
Good.
Oh, skull.
Skull?
Yeah. That was a proposal. Okay.
You could be happy about that, Bjorn.
Oh, a mushroom hallucination. I don't know what else to call this right now.
What are you seeing?
What are you about to do?
Looks like he's about to kill this guy for no reason.
What are you doing? Rollo!
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
What did you see that made you want to do that?
He just chopped his leg off.
Why did you do that?
Yes.
Just the angle of the leg. Couldn't help myself.
What?
It's the stupidest excuse I've ever heard.
I'm looking for your king.
Here, you want some mushrooms?
Like, yeah, we know a drunk woman when we see one.
Uh-huh.
You gotta
Roll
steal a ring.
No!
What is this useless moment happening in this camp?
I don't know.
He just chopped somebody's leg off and he's like moved on. And then that.
Ask the king who used to farm this land.
This land är ett foreign was.
Det kände inte that chaffäret of Manic Earthling.
He confesses that he's had to remove several Saxon farmers from their lands.
Damn.
If they will not be hostile to us.
If man get where that is, no? His own yaknaweth, his own rat.
He will personally guarantee our safety and security.
Yeah, I'd be mad about
Yeah,
it.
they might be hostile.
Agich, heda that and Ragna, sindam bewedida. Getrewas?
He asks if you are a free woman.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. We know what he wants.
Yeah.
Did they just stay there waiting this whole time?
They do have the head splayed.
Yeah, they do.
Look at the lead boat.
Yeah, this is about to be you guys in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's quite Viking, all right. Yeah. That's grim looking, man.
Mm-hmm. Especially coming out of the fog like that.
Yeah. I suppose that's the point, huh?
Yeah.
They're like, that's not a very Christian thing to do.
Beloved! Beloved brother,
She's just on that boat.
wait and I will see that you come to no harm. Abandon your false advisors.
She killed your brother and she will kill you.
Beloved, wait!
If you leave, you're gonna die. You know that.
Are you okay, Torstein? Did you get an infection from that arrow you took?
I think you did. That arm's probably turning gangrenous.
You can see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
You can't save that arm. It's going to have to come off.
King Egbert has arranged for some of the laborers who worked here to help us farm the land.
Some of the previous owners to come and be your hands now?
That sounds like trouble.
Hidder given min. Very hun.
Mer fiker hengelf mere vertelen dyrgriper.
She learned their language.
Quick studies sometimes, huh?
I dreamed of a stranger, and in one hand he carried a ball of flaming snow, and his other hand was covered in bright blood, and the blood left a trail in the snow behind him.
Are they all having the same dream?
Sounds that way.
I see a harvest celebrated in blood. I see that the marriage of plow and sword will sustain you.
I'm trying to interpret what he's saying here, but it's...
Something about blood, so it sounds like some people are going to die.
Well, it's a harvest celebrated in blood.
But fare efter till Gartsins, and en jeva bjóðþitt okkar.
We're kind of busy here, man.
Säg till honom get something
Okay,
to
never
that.
mind. She's done shoveling shit. Okay.
Yeah, she wants a bath.
Well, he's got a bath for you.
Nice big one.
My brother is a prisoner of his advisors.
Then where would they take him?
To the town to get reinforcements.
That is not good.
No.
Well, that's a smart thing for him, though. You need more men.
Ever since I saw Ragnar Lothbrok and his kin at my father's house, I've been fascinated by these Northmen, especially by their pagan ways. We lived amongst the pagans. Tell me, what was it like?
Very pagan.
Yes, very big.
Imagine that everything you knew about Jesus Christ was not true, and that the true God was a living man with a single eye, and that he too was hanged from a tree and died and was reborn.
Very similar there, huh?
Ik au athra give hunter there, Lagertha.
Jewelry, okay.
Go to the good stuff.
I hate this because I just want her and Ragnar to be together, but god dang it. She gets to have her fun too, I guess, huh?
I mean, look, this man lives in a better house than Ragnar ever had. He's got better jewelry than Ragnar ever had.
Yeah, but Ragnar made himself a king.
Oh, so did Egbert.
Egbert should probably born into it, honestly.
Well, probably. I mean, he's earned his position.
True.
Richard won.
Are you having a dream right now?
Oh, what happened here? Okay, she's dreaming.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
They said halt.
You've been captured.
You know of Lord Burgred.
Do they have him drawn?
Yeah, they do.
Jeesh.
Where are you riding to?
Buddy, it's about to be very unfun.
I don't know where Lord Burgred is. I don't believe you. Sorry.
I could remove an eye.
Or some teeth. Do you have a preference?
None of them?
A name! And there's an Irish fort!
Oh, he can just feel the heat.
Yeah.
Burgred and his army have gone there. They're waiting for reinforcements.
Not very Christian-like.
No.
I've come to ask you a favor. I want you to hear my confession.
I was never a priest.
I must confess or live in purgatory.
There's gotta be some priest in town, right?
He's close enough. He has a cross.
Okay.
In what ways have you sinned?
I have sinned in thought, but not in deed.
So you've done nothing.
Then your sins are not so great as they might be.
Yeah, see?
It weighs upon her mind.
I have dreamed of lying naked beside a man who was not my husband.
A lot of that going around.
Did you just lie?
We made love, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you don't want to tell us to a regular priest.
Who was this man you lay with?
It was you,
Oh.
Athelstan.
I figured that was coming. Oh.
That's some very hot blood.
Very hot or corrosive. Some god stuff happening there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, it's waking up all the women in the camp.
They're all going crazy.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of Ragnar Lothbrok? What sensible man would not be afraid of a farmer who made himself a king?
Good answer.
Yes, very good answer.
I want to be famous, like Ragnar. I desire fame above all things.
Got a little vanity about him, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Always a douchebag.
They say Ragnar is descended from Odin. He is still human. If you cut him, he will bleed.
Same applies to you, too.
Yes. And I don't see you cutting Ragnar.
Hey, you bastards.
Huh.
I want you to cut off my arm.
Oh. Yeah, it's no good to him.
Should have done this a few days ago.
I want Floki to do it. Will you do it, Floki?
I suppose so. Cut off his sleeve.
Why don't you just take the shirt off? It's a good shirt.
Actually, yes. It's a fair question.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Jeez, how many axes are you gonna need for this?
I don't know. I'm starting to feel pretty sorry for Torstein here, though.
He was gonna need it anyways. This point, it's this or death.
You sure you want to go ahead? No, not my head. Just cut off the stinking arm, man.
Well, at least you still got a sense of humor.
You could have saved some money.
Oh. Oh, God. Yep.
Pray and Freya, ye gods, be with him now.
That man just took that.
Yeah, he did. Wide awake and sober.
Mm-hmm.
She is always welcome at my hearth.
Dat so flat like that one. Waaruit werken ze met dat?
She says she likes the necklace. It is so beautiful that it must have been made by dwarves.
Maybe.
We don't have dwarves in England.
Iets in het hoedwerker. Nou zie je zo bare eer.
She says, of course you do. You just don't see them.
Little flirts.
You did not wait to hear your penance.
A spanking? I mean, she might make steamy confessions from now on if that's the case.
Oh no, she's gonna give the bishop a heart attack.
Yeah, right.
So you love our young monk, do you?
I think it's kind of obvious.
It is true that the more complicated a person is, the more interesting, but at the same time, the more dangerous he is.
Ooh, Athelstan?
And would you say that about yourself, father-in-law?
Like I say, this is your daughter-in-law. Shouldn't you be worried about your son?
Yeah.
Their relationship?
My thinking. All right, well, how are we feeling today?
Not looking good.
No, I think you were too late.
I know where they are.
Where are they?
On top of that hill.
What, up on Heartbreak Ridge up there?
Jesus.
Sheesh.
Well, that's a good strategic position, I guess.
Really? Are we still hallucinating?
It looks like it's daytime. I don't think she's hallucinating.
They eat mushrooms all the time, I'm just saying.
No, that's a fair point.
I recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
In all kinds of odd little jobs that he's done.
I've injured my hand rather badly, as you can see. Can you help me?
If you bleed on me and that happens, then no.
Well, his wounds have opened up. A little stigmata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it, but this episode was everywhere.
Yeah, it was.
Sheesh. So I wonder what caused that for Athelstan there at the end. I wonder if that wasn't maybe just a farming accident.
No, like I was saying, they have some stigmata because, you know, they did have a conversation earlier at the king's banquet table about how he loves both Odin and Jesus. And, you know, we saw how throughout the last season, the gods were kind of playing on his emotions there. He kept seeing signs of both. And this is probably just something to bring him back to Christianity, especially now that he's done that confession with Judith. He's kind of brought himself back into that kind of Christian sphere again. It's probably, you know, Jesus, you know, reimposing his hold over Athelstan's life.
Okay.
Well, at least my interpretation of it.
And I don't know that I have a better interpretation. The simplest explanation I can see is that farming is dangerous work. You have already been wounded in your hands once by being crucified.
Yeah.
And it's possible that anything could have reopened those wounds.
Maybe.
But it's unlikely because they healed over time. So I see where you're going with this. And the show has shown some power from beyond their realm.
Yes.
So I see what you're saying there. I don't know whether it's accurate to what actually happened in real life. I don't know for sure. But nonetheless.
I'm sure they're being a little bit creative here just to tour with Athelstan, but
Maybe.
although for all we know, he just held the hoe the wrong way and it slipped in his hands and the farming hoe, Joe.
I know what you're saying. I couldn't help myself, okay?
Well, maybe it wasn't that. Who knows?
But yeah, so a steamy little confession there for Athelstan. All I gotta say for him is congrats, man.
Judith is a nice looking woman.
Certainly.
Seems to be
if the king gets to do what he wants, I don't see why others don't. So
I mean, you're royalty. Nobody's gonna stop you. It seems to be a theme with this show, though, that there's changing relationships, though.
Seems like it.
We see Egbert going after Lagertha. We see Ragnar and Aslog's relationship kind of falling apart. We see this stranger who's now coming to the picture that all the girls are looking forward to for some odd reason.
Yeah, and they're all dreaming at the same time of his arrival, and wouldn't you know it, somebody arrived.
With an injured hand, just like they thought.
Yeah, his blood's a little corrosive.
It's probably just warm against the snow.
Maybe he's a xenomorph.
No, his blood
I'm
was
just
red.
kidding. I know, I'm just kidding.
That'd be an interesting twist.
You get up close and ah, Jesus. No, fam, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Now the boys have gone from one side of the shore to the other. They scared off an army to the top of the mountainside there. So now they've got to find a way to deal with that once and for all.
And supposedly they have reinforcements, so it should be a tough fight.
But this is Ragnar we're talking about here.
Very
it
true.
will probably still be a tough fight, but he will have a plan.
And he doesn't have Horik here to slow him down like he did the last time.
No, Horik would have been like, come on, let's just go.
Yeah. He can take his time, figure out a strategy of attack. Although, it is going to be tough, because like I said, they do know the land better. If they're on top of a hill, that means they do have some strategic advantage in the fight. So it's going to be tough for Ragnar, but we'll see what happens.
Certainly. And of course, we've got Torstein there who, God, man, I'm feeling bad for him. He's taken an arrow wound, and it's cost him his arm. But it looks like he's just not going to make it.
Yeah, it looks like he's on the verge of death. Honestly, I don't see how he's alive after the next episode.
No, me neither. I feel like that's a foregone.
I'm kind of surprised we didn't see him die here as bad a shape as he was in.
He might get to die in battle.
Maybe.
Which would be great for him.
Oh, yeah. That would ensure his place in Valhalla. Not that he has any reason to worry about it. But
no, I think getting injured and dying from your wounds in battle would have been enough. So, but at the very least, he went all the way to the end. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. He still kept going. He didn't have to, but he still kept going. He wants to die and fight with his brothers there.
That's fair.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you want a glorious death. You don't want to die from disease laying in a field somewhere.
Nah, man, but that's war. That's typically what kills more people in war than anything is disease, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing we haven't seen too much of in the show. Like, we saw that disease that spread throughout Kattegat in the first season. But for the most part, most everybody who's died just died from their injuries. This is a reality of the warfare is people are going to get hurt. You're going to suffer, you're going to get all kinds of bacteria in your system, and it's going to wreak havoc on you and probably kill you.
Yeah, especially if you're near still water or anything like that. But in this case, it was just a disgusting arrow that got him.
Yeah.
Or a piece of clothing that got stuck in the wound.
Maybe so.
Definitely.
I mean, who knows what's in that water that they're wading across.
Well, yeah, and it's like, if you stay near water long enough, especially during warfare, that will tend to get you too.
Right.
But I mean, not nowadays, but back then.
They didn't have the antibiotics back then. So,
no,
yeah.
Definitely. So I can't say I feel too bad for him because he's probably going to get to go out the way he wants to. But nonetheless, I feel bad that he had to lose his arm doing it. So
it's still going to be a less than ideal death, but.
And of course, Bjorn had a half-ass
marriage proposal
for Torrin.
Yes, which I don't know when they're going to actually perform the marriage. I assume once they get back to Kattegat.
They'll probably do it right there. I don't know.
But honestly, I don't know. It felt so forced on his part, and then after she accepted, he just kind of walked off like, okay, whatever.
What, no kiss? Come on.
You're not going to kiss her, hug her, tell everybody, and buy them a drink. You're just going to walk off.
She's really trying to fit in hard with the boys, too.
Yeah.
And it's probably easy for her because she now gets to be the warrior. But it's like, you were never this person before, and now here you are. Even her doing that feels forced, in my opinion.
Her trying to be one of the boys?
Yes.
Maybe.
It feels a little more so. It feels more. I don't know if the word defiance is the right one, but it feels more like you're in defiance of something than more than anything. Because now that you've got freedom, you don't want people telling you what to do.
I kind of feel like it's an immaturity on both of their parts. Like, she spent her whole life as a slave. So now that she's not a slave, she wants the freedom to do what she wants. It's kind of like that teenager who's getting out of the house for the first time, which is like, no, don't tell me what to do. Just let me go out and enjoy my life.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, Bjorn, really just wants to settle down and marry her because, he's growing up with his mother and father and kind of seeing, what a loving household is like. He's looking for someone who's going to be a loving mother to their children in the future. And I guess that's not really the lifestyle that she's pursuing right now. So it's kind of a mismatch there of emotions.
Yeah. Either way, there's probably going to be some lessons to be learned from all this. So, last thing, I guess, is it looks like both Egbert and Lagertha are taking a liking to each other there.
Very much so.
It seems. I thought it was just going to be Egbert taking a liking and Lagertha just kind of playing the part just to make everybody happy so she can keep her land for her people. But it appears maybe she actually does like the advances.
I mean, she is unmarried. She has no kids to take care of, so effectively she can do what she wants with her life. And Egbert's really gone out of his way to help them out. You know, he's offering his guarantees of protection. He's offering the land that she's always wanted when she was a farmer. He's giving her nice jewelry. Like, really, you couldn't ask for much more than that.
No, you could. So, I mean, I can't say I blame her for understanding the situation, but at the same time, she's an earl over her own territory. He's a king over his. I don't see her giving up her power. If anything, there may be a one-night stand, is what I see. That I don't know if that I see much past that.
And that's fair, but I mean, at the same time, you know, she could be queen over Wessex. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, do you think anybody outside of Egbert is going to accept a pagan queen?
No.
Okay.
Well, they'll probably have to do some, you know, formal Christianization ceremony, and then after that, nobody cares.
We'll see if she does that. Okay. Well, I think we're going way ahead of the thing here, but still. Okay. But, fam, I think we'll just leave it there. And maybe I'm looking too far into that, but I see what I see. What can I say? Sometimes I just like sharing my thoughts, guys. That's the whole point, right?
Yep.
We're going to leave it there. If there's anything that you've noticed that we didn't notice, by all means, let us know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts, guys, as always. But as always, if you're brand new to the channel, please consider subscribing and help us grow. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and hit the bells to receive notifications for future videos. As always, take a look at us on our socials up there. We're on Instagram and TikTok. See what we're up to, guys. But until next time, this is Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We'll catch you on the flip side. Skull to you, fan, and to you, Dan.
Skull Joe.
Later, guys.